This video we are going to cover the connections of our Jaguar 5500 MCA system, which is produced by GBS Electronic, model 527 for us in Germany. And this is, as I said in my previous video, a very nice, stable, digital multi-channel analyzer providing you 16,000 channels, which is optimum for 90% of spectroscopy applications. And it provides you the ability to connect this device to your computer either using a standard USB cable, a printer cable with a USB port in your computer, or it allows you to operate this directly connected to your computer using an Ethernet local area network cable. And it is also chargeable and portable unit, which means that you can use it in the lab, and if you lose power, there is also an internal battery which will let you run this MCA for 4 to 6 hours depending on the conditions of the battery in the system. So this is a very nice digital MCA, and in the first phase of our work, we are going to connect this MCA system with the computer using a standard USB cable. So you're going to have a standard USB cable like this, plugs into the USB port, and then this is our charger cable. I want to keep the MCA charged as I'm working with it. And then we are going to connect the other end of the standard USB cable, which is like this, to a USB port in my computer. Here on the front panel of my computer, which is running Windows 10, I am going to connect this device to my computer. Now I'm going to show you for the first time how to really identify whether your device is connected and recognized by your operating system in the computer. So to do that, here I have the computer system. I have Windows 10 operating, and in order to make myself a little bit more familiar with various icons of Windows 10, I have actually downloaded a Windows Shell Classic View, which allows me to access control panels and various control parameters of the computer operating system under Windows 10 much more easily, because I'm more familiar with the Windows 7 platform. So I'm a little bit biased towards Windows 7 because I've used it for a long time. So I downloaded a shell that gives you the look and feel of Windows 7, but we are actually operating Windows 10 in here. So first thing I will do is I will go into the start menu here at the bottom corner of the screen, and I will go into my control panel. All computers will have a control panel, and then I will go into my device manager. When I click into the device manager, I will expand this fully. The particular device that I am interested in to recognize this device is my ports, LPT, COM and LPT ports. Make sure that this is enabled in your computer. If it is not enabled, you may have to do something with your operating systems to enable the ports and LPT. And Windows has some instructions how to do that. Once I go to the ports LPT and I expand on this by clicking here, I'm going to see that I have some devices which are connected with a communications port COM1. I have an ECV printer at LPT1 and a USB serial device which is connected to COM3. To verify that my device is indeed connected to COM3, one of the simple tests that I usually run is I disconnect this device from my computer, and I see immediately that the COM3 connection that was showing has disappeared. Okay, so again I connect it back, and I will see that the COM3 has come back. So this is the COM3 port, which is really my device. There should be no additional adjustments needed once you have loaded the driver of the software, and it should show you that this COM3 is enabled and everything else is working. If it is not working, then we will have to go in there and load the driver. But in this case, it should be automatically loaded once we install the software. So everything is okay in here, and I can see that we are connected to COM3. I just noted that. The second thing that we were going to do is we are going to show you how to install the software. Now, the software that is used to adjust the MCA and communicate with the MCA is called WinSpec. This WinSpec is supplied by GBS Electronic in Germany, and usually this software is going to be supplied to you either in the form of a flash memory from us, which will have the latest version of the software, or in some cases it might have a CD like this, or it can have a separate CD that will have the WinSpec software in it. In this particular CD, we have everything. We have the gamma analysis software, the MCA emulation software, and everything in the single CD. In my particular case, I have it in a flash memory here, and if I if I have actually taken the contents of this flash memory, what I usually do when I operate a system is I copy the contents of the flash memory to a folder in my desktop, so that in the future, if I lose a file or if I corrupt a file, I can leave the original file that came from the supplier intact and not have to go back to them for asking me to send me a backup copy. In this particular case, I have actually backed up the program for running this MCA into my desktop, and I have installed it. Typically what you are going to do is you are going to probably see a program called WinSpec for inspectors with a version number, or you are going to see a program called MCA 527 hardware. And if you have unzipped this file, then you are going to see these two files here. So typically what's involved in operation of this MCA is these install files, which are going to be created as a result of unzipping of this folder. So here is WinSpec Inspector 2.40, and if I click on Setup, it's going to go ahead and set up the file for me. Now, hold on a minute. We're going to decide if we're going to set it up in this computer or look at it in the other computer, because we want to have this for our operation.